Please note that the views expressed on this program are those of the individuals who speak them, and not necessarily those of Portsmouth Community Radio, its Board of Trustees, members, volunteers, or underwriters. Good evening and welcome to Spirit Radio. I am your host, Willie Hassell. Along with my co-host, Lynn Nickerson, we will take you on a journey into the unknown, where the paranormal becomes the normal. A journey to a world cloaked in darkness, where reality becomes a thin veil. So sit back, relax, and join us as we venture into the shadows, the darkness, the unknown, and back.
Except people like me.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to Spirit Radio, the Paranormal Experience. I'm Willie Hassell, along with the lovely, the mystical, the mysterious Lynn Nickerson. Hi there.
Hey, good evening, Willie Hassell. How you doing?
How come every time I bring you on, you're always fighting with your microphone?
It's because it's always flopping around.
Okay.
It's very aggravating.
Very aggravating. Well,
I got it under control now.
Just imagine how it is for the microphone. Well, you think you're
I think
aggravated?
it's pretty insensitive.
Yeah, you think so?
It would behave itself. So well, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
And did you take advantage of the sunshine today?
I took advantage of the sunshine. I was out.
Working? Yeah, right.
I didn't say anything about working.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
It's not your style.
Oh, no. Be serious. I'm retired. This is my work.
Yeah, no yard work, nothing like that. No.
This is my work. This is what I do. You know that. Mm-hmm. Just like you.
I'm far more multi-talented than that, Willie.
Okay, fine.
On many different levels.
Many different levels. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it. You're an author and a radio and TV star.
And I work in my backyard.
And you work in your backyard. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Shall we dispense with this foolishness?
I beg your pardon?
And bring on our guest?
Please.
Tonight on Spirit Radio, the Paranormal Experience. Once again, we are happy to welcome Betty Lipton. Betty comes from a long line of psychics and has been using her abilities since the age of 10.
That's a long time, by the way.
Yeah,
it's a long time.
I'll turn you on, and
okay.
now they can hear you say that. Since the age of 10, she uses what she calls her inner visions as a way to help others. She is recognized nationally. She has been featured in the top 100 psychics in America, published by Pocket Books. She has appeared on several radio and TV shows around New England, as well as guest appearances on the nationally syndicated Talk America show. And this is her third appearance here on Spirit Radio. And
she was here about 6 weeks ago.
Yep. And before that, she was here about 4 years ago.
I know. It was a long time.
It was a long time in between.
We're
going to change that.
We won't make it so long. So anyway, Betty would love to answer a question for anybody who wants to call in at 603-430-9722. Welcome to the show, Betty.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Betty.
I like it here. It's a good time.
It's a good feel, right?
It's got good vibes.
Yeah, we like it here, too.
Yeah, and our little resident ghost, he usually behaves himself, although I do feel him like he's peeking in the bathroom. I get that all the time.
In the bathroom?
Yeah, I feel somebody hovering in the bathroom.
X-rated ghost. Watch out.
And I'm not the only one who said that either.
Really?
Yeah, he lurks around in the hallway and in the bathroom.
Maybe you should put some sea salt in the bathroom in the corners of the room.
That's not a bad idea.
Just for him to go bye-bye.
I'm going to, I know we've got table salt. I might use that.
And I actually, somebody who never senses anything, walked in there one night, and I could tell there was something right there in front of me.
Huh.
But
I wonder if
Mr. Insensitive felt something.
Yeah, only for a couple of seconds it left, so.
Wow.
And didn't you one day see a shadow, or was it Daryl?
That was Daryl, one
Okay.
of the former DJs here.
Yeah,
He was
out
sitting
there.
here. And
A
he
lot of times you'll
saw
see a
somebody walk
spirit
by.
just like running by. It's kind of like a silhouette and
It was
running
a shadow.
by. Yeah.
And he thought somebody was here, so I'm not sure. He got up and looked around
Yeah, he said
during one of his songs.
he didn't think it was a shadow. He said it was a person walked by the windows, he thought, but then there was nobody there. So.
Oh, well.
That stuff is creepy.
I've seen more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
speaking of which, what would you like to tell us about that? Because I'm really curious. You get used to sensing stuff like this, but sometimes some of it gives you a really creepy vibe. And then sometimes you even see stuff that's creepy. So let's talk creepy, like post-Halloween. The month of November is the month of the dead. So we're within our
Yes.
purview, so to speak.
Of course, Halloween is the time when the veil between life and death is the thinnest. And
That's
that's
right,
when
but-
it's a really good time to go to have a medium session so you could contact loved ones who've passed. But there are some spooky spirits sometimes around on
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
The whole idea of wearing costumes way back when was to scare away the bad spirits.
So,
Oh, is that how that
That
started?
didn't always happen, but
okay, so what have you experienced?
Well, one night, I had a couple of cocktails, but I was, under the limit, and I was driving home. This was years ago, and I was in Cape Nettic, Maine, and I was going up this big hill to up where I lived on Old County Road. You take a left right off of Route 1A, which is Shore Road. Mm-hmm. I almost at the top of the hill, honest to God, I saw this silhouette. Well, it was the back of a man, real tall man with like a black cloak on and a hood and the whole thing. But I didn't see his face, thank goodness. And he was very meticulously holding a lantern, a lit lantern.
Really?
Like this, like lantern, like
holding it
shoulders
out.
like, and
Yeah.
holding it perfectly and walking down Shore Road.
And
I
was
said-
it lit?
Yes, it was lit. And I said, you know what? Thank God he's not walking down Old County Road. Because I'm sure he was death, the man of death. I'm sure. It was like 1:15, and nobody was walking around with a costume at that time of night with a lantern. Believe me.
And how long did you stay fixated on him, Betty?
Not too long.
Did he disappear?
I
Or did
just-
you make the turn?
I made the turn, and he kept going. So there you
Okay,
go.
where he was located, was there a cemetery in that vicinity?
A lot of people did bury their loved ones out back and stuff, but I really feel he was going to collect someone, so to speak.
Oh my gosh.
And then one night I was coming home from a gunquit, and again, it's about 1:15. People will say, oh, you had too much to drink, but that's not the case. I was going past on Route 1 this graveyard. Well, it used to be an Indian graveyard, Native American graveyard.
What's it close to? What town were you in? York?
I was in Cape Nettic.
Cape
and
Nettic, okay.
When you come from a gunquit and you're going on Route 1, all of a sudden you start, it says 40 miles an hour, and it's a big field on the right there. So this woman in this red flowing dress type of thing, she comes in the middle of the road, and then I swerved around her. Then I turned around and realized she was gone. It was a spirit
Holy crap.
from the graveyard situation.
A red dress.
A red flowing dress.
Now, did it look like a ball gown or did it look like from a much, much earlier period?
Much, much earlier period, yeah. But it was pretty cool. I was freaked out because I didn't want to
Did it hit anybody? Yeah.
I didn't want to run into it type of thing. But, one time I had these clients came to me and they were in San Francisco and they took a photo of the two of them looking, they were in this antique, old mansion. And they're looking into the mirror and they decided to take a photo of themselves in the mirror.
Okay.
They showed me what they got after they developed the film.
Okay.
And there was a woman standing right in behind them with this long black kind of dress that you would dress someone in when you die, like a shroud type of outfit. And with the gloves, the special gloves, and dangling.
Well, do you think it was someone in mourning, or do you think it was?
It was definitely a ghost, a spirit ghost.
Yeah, but do you think it was a ghost of someone who had been in mourning, or do you think it was the ghost that had passed?
Well, they thought it was the ghost that had passed. It looked like a time period which she was wearing was from like the 1800s.
Okay,
so.
yeah.
And the house itself was where
Victorian.
tourists went to go to check everything out, because it was a mansion from the early days in San Francisco. But that was really cool. That was pretty cool.
Wow. So you got to see that photo.
Yes, and I think this was years ago, I think they may have brought it on a TV show of some kind, but yeah, that was cool.
Did they have a flash? Because I'm wondering, didn't the flash sort of obscure the shadow?
I don't know. It didn't look bad
Or
to
maybe
me.
it was during the day?
It was definitely during the day, that's right.
Okay.
But this was years ago, so that's what I remember.
And this was on film, you said, not digital.
No, not digital.
Yeah,
This
film.
is way
Good
before.
old-fashioned film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 80s or,
Yeah.
late 80s. Huh? Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Well,
603-430-9722. Give us a call.
If you have any questions or need a little prognostication in your life,
Absolutely.
you've come to the right place.
That's right. This is the right night.
That's it. But you can always come to see me. I've been in Portsmouth. I'm the longest running psychic in Portsmouth since, 1985.
That's a long time to run.
Yeah.
You must be exhausted.
I'm exhausted from doing. I must have done thousands of readings over those years.
Oh, I know
33, 34 years. But in reality, I've done readings for, as a profession for 51 years, which makes.
That is
I started very
unbelievable.
young.
Yeah.
16.
Hey, you must have started when you were, 5?
16, but that's okay. I look all right for my age. It's okay. It's all good, as they say.
All good.
So who started giving you instruction on the cards?
God bless my mother. She gave me instruction.
Your mother, huh?
Well, she gave me more instruction in the beginning with the palm, the lines in the palm. And then later on, I think the cards, I just started picking up myself what they meant and all. But then I took instruction from this really great lady who had a store called Unicorn Bookstore in Lexington, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
And in the 80s, I took classes on more in-depth readings with the cards,
Oh, that's cool.
But, I'm not really just a tarot reader because
Yeah.
tarot reader, whatever. The thing is, they're a tool that I use.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And I like to read photos, even the sound of your voice, that type of thing. Your eyes.
Sometimes, Betty, I'm sure you do this too. You can look at somebody, say like you see an early picture of them, and then you see a later picture of them several years have passed, and you can tell what has happened to them just by what's either coming from their aura or from their eyes. Do you find that photographs tell you a lot?
Oh, for sure. The
I can
they
read
say
stuff from
the soul
photographs.
is in the photo and
Yes,
and everything.
yes.
Sure, of course. You
I
can
haven't
tell
heard
so
other
much.
people say that, but I'm
I
glad
do.
you do too.
I do. In fact, I tell people like they want to hear from their loved ones. The medium work. It's always good to have a photo of their loved one that passed.
Kind of brings a
and
vibration
closer
in.
to when they passed. Not like
Oh, really?
It's better like just before they passed or a couple of years before. Not like when they were 18 years old.
Right,
It's
yeah.
better to give it, later. Even though in heaven you can choose to want to look when you looked your best.
Yes, it's true. You know what? Let me just bring this up. At the James House Museum in Hampton, New Hampshire, there are several ghosts there. I perceived one of them who was a hired hand. The first time I saw my mental image of him, he was dressed in his Sunday best. And as I was looking at him, I knew he was telling me that he was a work hand. But I'm thinking, why are you dressed the way you are? Why do you look so good? Because he had on a long black vest and black knickers, and then white stockings and black shoes with buckles. So I thought, that isn't what he wears every day. So later on, we had another psychic come on, and she picked up on, quote, the farmer, and she didn't realize who she was perceiving, but it was Frank James Tools downstairs, and she was seeing him in his farm clothes.
Wow.
So she felt that for some reason he wanted to make his best appearance to me.
Oh, jeez. That's adorable.
Yeah, isn't that funny? But I do know that they do choose how they want to appear to you.
He was just trying to impress you.
Maybe that's what it was.
Probably.
And Val LaFazo, she's another psychic medium that we've dealt with before, and she said sometimes they kind of play head games with you, and they don't want you to know exactly who they are or how they look, and they can take on really frightful appearances. So she had a woman, while I was with her, appear as a hag.
I don't know about the hag. I don't like the hag situation.
I know.
No, because they're not very sweet people.
Oh, no, exactly.
Spirits,
Well,
rather.
That's what she was appearing as. That's when we were down at a mill site in East Kingston.
Oh.
And it was a woman that lived way down by the brook in the fields where the corn was grown. And she was like a hermit and an herbalist from way back.
Oh, geez.
So maybe she was a little bit witchy, but she didn't like people being on what she considered her territory.
Oh, really?
Yep, and I think she might have been, Willie, the one that said fog's rolling in, because we got an EVP with her. But Val was saying how she's appearing as a hag and she's trying to scare me with her appearance.
Oh, God. Well, I could tell you a story about a hag, but I'll tell you in a second. By the way, I think a lot of people went to bed early tonight, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
They stayed up last night to hear the election results. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
they did.
yeah,
And
yeah.
But, Willie, say the phone number again. What's the phone number?
603-430-9722 and speak with Betty.
Yeah, because most people that I know would be calling already, but they maybe they went to bed early.
I got a text message here. Somebody wanted to ask a question, but I told him to call instead.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
If he doesn't call, we can ask you the text.
So I could tell you a story that's really wild. Okay?
I'd love to hear it.
Okay. So have you ever heard of someone being able to go into someone's dream?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So here I was living in New York City, and my brother was living up here in Maine, in York, Maine.
Oh.
And so I had this dream. And the dream was just before the movie Rosemary's Baby came out and everything. But listen, I know. But listen. So I'm in this dream, and all of a sudden there's these people. They're naked, and they're wearing really weird, terrible masks. And they have me pinned down on a table.
Oh, Betty.
And they start calling you-know-who to come up and get me, so to speak. And I'm thinking, oh, I got to do something here, And I start thinking out loud. And my husband at the time, my ex-husband, he said that I was saying, God save me. And I said to him, so why didn't you wake me up? See? Okay. So anyway, all of a sudden, I'm saying God save me because I figured this is what I got to do to get out of this. And all of a sudden, my brother passes by. He's running, and there's this hag that's chasing him. Now, my brother used to always have recurring dreams about this hag chasing him and everything
hag
else.
Chasing him.
Hag,
Okay.
like you were just
Yep,
saying about
right,
the hag.
Right.
And so my brother passes by, and he goes, I'm sorry, Betty, I can't save you. She's after me. That type of thing, right? So anyway, then I said again, God save me. And all of a sudden, it was like this energy came like a vacuum and just sucked all the evil in. And then I was saved. And then I woke up, that type of thing. So the next morning, I said to my brother, oh my goodness, I had this dream last night that was really something. And he goes, you're telling me I had a dream and I feel really bad. I go, what? He goes, well, the hag was chasing me again and I saw you and you were tied down.
Oh,
and
Betty.
And he goes, and there was nothing I could do. But because she was chasing me. And he goes, and get ready for this, Betty. When I woke up from the dream, there was a real black bat at the edge of the bed, a real live bat. And my brother started screaming. He said, my mother came in with the broom, and she's saying the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, and she's hitting the bat with the broom. And my father opens up the door, and the bat goes out the door. I said, okay, Jimmy, now I understand why I had that dream. I went into your dream. but it was something.
It's very rare when two people have the same dream. And, sometimes
And a
there's even a
distance
time
apart.
difference and a distance apart.
So that
but-
was different.
That is really a frightening story.
And then I told my brother, that's it. You're going to put a crucifix in your room, and I promise you the hag will never come again. And he did. He put the crucifix in the room. She never bothered him again. So that was good.
I've got crucifixes all over the house. Over,
You do?
Over doorways and beside
Do you
my
have like
bed.
holy water too, or the saints' pictures and stuff like that?
I haven't got that many pictures, but I do have the crucifixes. I make sure that the doorways are blessed. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I've been told that the house is very well protected, even the grounds. But that hag story is unbelievable. Now, what do you think the relationship is to the hag and your brother? Why do you suppose she's chasing him?
Well, she was just a spirit that was just a little messed up in the head. Like she was just not a very happy spirit, okay? So I also told him to tell her to go to the light and the whole thing, But see, there's a difference between the hag and the crone. The crone is a woman, a wise woman, okay? She's sort of the witch of the town, which is Wicca, the craft of the wise.
Right.
The hag is someone
They
just
invade
not very
your
happy.
dreams.
Not very happy and just, miserable.
Well, there was an episode on one of the ghost story shows, and I can't remember which one. It was about this young woman that was being visited by a hag nightly, and it was killing her.
Oh,
she was
geez.
exhausted. She couldn't take care of her daughter. She was afraid she was going to lose her daughter. And finally, the crew that was filming her was very empathetic and sympathetic to what was happening to her, and they sent her to someone like yourself and got rid of whatever was cursing her or attached to her.
Right.
But she had this woman that looked like a typical witch, long gray hair, sitting on her chest, waking her up every night, and she couldn't breathe.
I know, that's a bad scene.
So yeah,
If you can't, sometimes people say to me, well, I can't even talk when things like that happen, and I don't know what to do. I said, if you just think that God will save you, just think you'll break that.
yeah. What I usually do when I've had stuff sit on my chest so that I can't move, but I can only breathe, I start praying, and it goes away.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, prayer always
Is that
helps.
in your sleep state you actually pray?
No, when I'm wide awake and I'm paralyzed.
How long ago did that happen to you?
That's happened about 3 times.
Okay. Well, take
Over the course
all
of
you
several
need-
years.
Take a little bit of sea salt. If this ever happens to anybody at home, take a little bit of sea salt, put it on top of your bedspread every night. That'll keep away that situation.
Well, that's why there are all the crosses.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but
Yeah,
You
but
know.
that's every little
sometimes you have to
ounce
do a
of
little
prevention.
extra. A little extra, it depends.
Well, that hasn't happened in quite a while.
Oh, good.
This house I don't feel is haunted, but almost everyone I've lived in has been.
When I was a little kid, before I was a little kid, I wasn't even born yet. My mom and dad bought a house in Long Island, and they were told that it was haunted and that they'd get it for a very good price, so they bought the house. And let me tell you,
It was very haunted, huh?
But not really bad ghosts and stuff, But after school every day, we'd come home. We wouldn't go in the house. We'd sit on the stoop until Mom came home.
Yeah, there's that feeling it just gives you the creeps.
But, some woman had unfortunately committed suicide in the house. And then we had another ghost, though, that was really nice named Sven. My mother called him Sven.
Sven?
She said he was a Swedish ghost who was a fix-it ghost. And if something broke, she would put it in a certain place, and the next day it would be fixed. So that's what my mother did.
No kidding.
My mother was a character, let me tell you.
Wow, that's really kind of unusual.
And then my mother and her sister, my Aunt Joyce, who was also an astrologist and an artist, they both were doing seances. So when I was a kid, I'd go under the table, tablecloth, to see if they were moving it, if it was just happening.
Yeah.
And it was just happening, so.
There is this Russian, it's not a ritual, but it's something that you can do that if you lose something, that they say you can ask for it to be found, and you take a glass and you tip it upside down and put it on a flat surface. This was in Fate magazine. And
I remember Fate magazine. My mother had a subscription.
I still have a subscription to it. And I keep them all. But they say that it works.
I could give you some from old days.
Oh, could you really? So I was wondering what the principle is behind that. It's a Russian, not a saying, but a...
I'm not sure.
So I don't know who you're appealing to.
So wait, so you're thinking maybe if you put the glass, then something will appear because...
Well, if you ask and you tip the glass over on a flat surface, usually it's supposed to be a table, and you ask, please help me find such and such. Where did I locate it? And either it comes in your dream state or you find the darn thing.
What I do is just the St. Anthony, like my glasses have been lost and need to be found, and I say it 3 times, and then I always find it.
So should I try one of the other of those for those keys?
Try,
Yep.
yes, definitely.
Do the
Give
St.
it a
Anthony.
try.
I'm telling you, it'll work.
Only problem is if I get it in my dream, I won't remember it when I wake up.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. But if
So
you're
it's gonna have to-
awake, Willie,
it's going to have to appear somewhere, you know?
you can try the glass and then go to St. Anthony and ask. Well, it doesn't mean that you have to receive the information in your dream. You just might come across it and find it.
Well, yeah, you said you either
Yeah.
will get the answer in your dream or
Yeah.
you might find it. I'm just saying, if I get it in my dream, I won't remember, so it won't help.
One of the things that happened was I had lost a red glove, and I called several different stores where in the wintertime I thought maybe I had left it there like a grocery store and so forth. And then I thought, well, maybe I dropped it at the park in the snow because I'd go walking there almost every day. A whole year goes by. I ripped out the drawers where I kept my scarves and my gloves. Nothing. A year goes by, and I tried that glass trick, and the damn thing had fallen. Now, it had fallen on the floor underneath my bureau.
Really?
I had cleaned the floor many times under there because I thought for sure it had fallen from
And
a
then
drawer.
it just appeared?
And it just appeared. After a year, it appeared.
A spirit can do that.
I know, ports. But that's when I used the glass trick. So I was really glad because it was a leather glove, and I wanted the mate to it.
Oh, my
But
God.
that stuff does work.
Oh, it's good stuff. By the way, if you ever want to get a reading from me, my phone number is 603-436-2412. My website is 3 words, thezodiaczone.com. Just to let them know.
That's right. Thank you for doing that.
You know, some people are afraid to call up and ask a question, but I'm not scary, so
Nobody's
I'm really
not scary.
Last time we were booked solid with phone calls, you know.
I know it. It's got to be.
Did
that
you talk
everybody's-
about me before I came on today?
No, I didn't.
So you got to do that. You got to next time. You got to talk the day before. We're going to have Betty on. You know what I mean?
You mean on Facebook?
Not on Facebook, just in general on the radio show. When you do the radio show.
Well, we only do it once a week. Yeah,
so.
just once a week.
Okay, so say next week.
It would have been last week, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Just say next week. What
happened last week? Yeah, last week we didn't get a chance to do that.
That was because it was Halloween, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, we were busy. Okay, so you were taught to read lines. So how about we're right at the bottom of the hour actually. So we should take a break right now.
We should do that.
Yes, and when we come back, maybe we can do a little voodoo hand reading stuff.
Okay.
So we're talking to Betty Lipton. She's a psychic medium here in Portsmouth. She's been here for several decades, just a couple.
Just a couple of decades. Yeah.
And after the break, you can call in at 603-430-9722 and ask Betty a question. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Supernatural magazine, one of the UK's top paranormal magazines, provides support to Spirit Radio, the paranormal experience. It is the magazine's goal to bring every aspect of supernatural news and research from around the world under one roof to create a universal platform for all those interested in the supernatural. More information is available at supernaturalmagazine.com. And you are listening to Spirit Radio, the Paranormal Experience, on WSCA 106.1 FM in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Hey you, don't help them to bury the light. without a fight. Hey you, out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, would you touch me? Hey you, with your ear against the wall, waiting for someone to call out, would you touch me? Hey you, would you help me to carry the stone? Open your heart, I'm coming home.
And welcome back to Spirit Radio, the Paranormal Experience. Tonight, once again, we have in the studio with us Betty Lipton. And Betty would love to have your phone calls, ask her a question. But
Us first.
that's right. Me first.
the
Me,
phone
me.
isn't ringing.
Me.
Okay, what is your question, Willie?
My question is, what do you see for me in like the next year? Am I going to do any traveling? Is there another TV filming in the works?
Well, you've talked to somebody about something recently, haven't you? About another show or being a guest on some show?
We were
Well,
asked.
we've been guests.
Yeah, we've been guests.
Were you asked to go to England at all or anything?
No.
Well, I do for some
Still
reason.
waiting.
I'm getting England, and I'm getting also out west. You're going to go. You're going to travel out west, and there's going to be a lot going on. So that's going to be good. And you don't mind flying, right?
Oh, I love to fly.
Yep, you love to fly.
Well, I love to take off and land. I don't like the boring part in between.
I
But
hate
anyway,
flying.
no, there's going to be, finally, you're going to get more people, acclaim from all the regular people. They'll love you, and they'll show it.
Okay.
It's going to be good.
That's
What are they
fine.
going to love him for?
Because I'm so sweet and adorable.
But that doesn't sell, Willie.
No. Well, I don't know. I think you may also collaborate maybe with Lynn here in writing a book of some kind, and then people are going to be asked. You have to do book signings, all kinds of stuff. I'm seeing that happening also.
Well, we are sort of collaborating now, not on a book, but we've been doing presentations based on my book.
Okay.
So that's very
Lynn
much
is-
in the now.
Yeah. Well,
Lynn is working on his second book. I'm
Well, you're gonna be
I'm
doing
still
stuff-
working on my first. I've been working on it for about 4 years now. But
I just see books, books being published,
Yeah.
and traveling around talking to people about the book, and giving, doing a whole blog about the book, the whole thing. It's going to be good.
can you come back in a little closer there?
Okay, I'm here.
We were losing you
Well,
in
I
the
was
distance.
I was relaxing, thinking
I know.
all about the stuff that you'll be doing.
All that fun stuff that we're going to do. Huh?
Well, you're gonna like it. You like
Oh,
what
yeah.
you do.
We've had a TV show and we've backed off from that for a bit. So we have the TV show, and then we get requests to be on other people's shows, radio shows, a lot.
Yeah.
And if we have time, we do it. I don't think we've turned anybody down, but
I think this whole thing.
Requests.
They're gonna ask you from England to come there too. Something like the paranormal.
We
ghost
have been
thing.
hoping for that for a long time.
It's gonna happen by
We have-
spring of next year.
We have connections over in that neck of the world, but
Yeah.
nothing yet.
By next spring, you're gonna go.
So I should go get my passport, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I had been, this is along the same lines, but I've made up my mind I am going to England this coming year. So,
Yeah.
hell or high water, I'm going. If it's alone, it's with a bunch of people, but I'm going.
Have you never been there? Or?
No, I haven't.
I've been there 3 times.
I'm very
I had
envious.
I told you last time when I was on the show about the ghost of Jack the Ripper. That was a scary one. Remember?
Actually, I don't think you did.
Yeah, I did. You don't remember Jack the Ripper?
Yeah, tell us again. Our audience would love to know, and so would I.
Well, my friend and I, Kristen, we were in the tube with it's like the subway train, and there's a lot of different stations that are actually closed off because they've known to be haunted. So
Seriously?
yeah. So anyway,
I mean, they closed them off because of that?
yes. Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but that's England. But anyway, so what happened was we're walking along, and she's redhead and pretty girl, and she had a lot of makeup on and all. And she goes, she made believe she was like a streetwalker from like the 1800s, early 1900s.
Right. Yep.
Remember? And she said,
Yes.
she goes, I'm a lady of the night, I am. And then all of a sudden we heard this horrific, like that in back of us. And
Like a scream?
like a horrifying scream, like from a man, to scare us. And we both screamed and we ran. And she goes, oh my God, what was that? Some kids? So we went back and we went to see. First we ran for a while, and then we went back just to see, was that kids doing that? There was no way anybody could yell like that. There was nobody around, nothing, right?
Why did you go back?
Well, we were adventurous.
Curious.
But anyway,
Curious minds want to know.
and then we get in the subway and the tube train, and there was this little boy with this book and had green eyes on the cover of the book of this man. And I go, what is that book? And he goes, oh, tonight is the anniversary of Jack the Ripper when he first began. And this is the book that they wrote about him. It came out tonight. And we went to the book signing. And I said, oh, now I understand. He probably liked the fact of getting all that attention. Right?
But still, that's pretty creepy.
It was pretty creepy.
And who was the author?
I don't know. At that point, I was just on the train, and this guy across from me was talking about how the stations were haunted and that they'd closed them off years ago. And the whole I've been to England 3 times. So
Stop bragging.
and when I went to the Tower of
I've
London,
been once.
I went to the Tower of London. I swear I felt Anne Boleyn.
I bet you did.
God bless her. I went to this church and I felt that she was in the church there.
Can you imagine knowing that you're going to be decapitated
Well, yeah.
and living it out and then walking up the scaffolding? I just
All right.
can't
Well,
imagine.
I wasn't even thinking about that too much.
No, but I mean, the horror and all of the emotion that hangs in the air.
Unfortunately, in the olden days, they had a lot of things like that happening, sacrifices, all kinds of unfortunate events.
Yeah, I have no desire to go to the Tower of London. I just think that it's
no,
imbued with a lot of
Yeah.
energy.
Well, I went, when you go over to England,
Yeah, it's one of
normally
those
you go to
things.
all the places. You know what I mean?
Normally, yeah.
And the thing is, I like the museums in England, in London. Actually, I really love the London Zoo. Fabulous place. Fabulous. The best owl exhibit you've ever seen. The best.
Okay.
And I love owls. So.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Okay, we'll get back into something.
Okay, so if I go, when I go, there are several locations I want to go to that are related to what I believe to have been past lives.
Okay.
So it's not
Windsor
that
Castle?
a castle. One of them does include a castle.
Because you're going to go to a castle and you were there before in a prior life.
Yes, I do believe so. And I do believe that I was thrown into a castle keep
Oh, really?
and I died.
Unfortunately, I think you were a relative to someone who in royalty, but maybe that person got ousted and so did their family. It's possible.
I think part of it is my uncle, who was my guardian. I think he felt that I betrayed him,
Something like that.
and he put me in the castle keep. And I thought all along, well, he won't leave me here, and he did, and I died. And I think I died within 3 weeks. And I think it was just over the border of England into Scotland.
Oh, that's nice. If you've been to,
Haven't
that
been.
area is pretty. That area is pretty.
I'm going to go. I think it.
I've been to Scotland also. It's nice.
Oh, stop bragging.
Do you ever watch the show Outlander? I love that show.
Yes, you mentioned that last time.
Oh,
yeah, it's in its
gosh.
4th season. Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous.
It's a wonderful, wonderful production.
Anyway, you want me to lolook at your palm? for a
Sure,
minute?
sure. Is there travel in my future?
Well, I told you you're going to be traveling.
Well, that was for Willie. How about me?
Well, you're going to England no matter what.
Oh,
honey.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Any children?
Children?
Just kidding.
Oh, my God.
I was just testing your authenticity.
Oh, my God.
Well, any that she hasn't told us about, maybe.
Well, it does show some money coming to you.
Ooh,
Oh,
So that's nice.
$5, $6?
yeah. How much? $60 maybe.
If you win, we're going to definitely both of us go to
We'll
England.
both go to England.
No,
What about me?
okay, hold on now.
Okay.
Let's just look,
I
see
wanna go
what's
through it.
Me
happening.
first, Willie.
No, I mean go to England.
Well, let me see. You'll be around until you're about 92, 94. It's not bad.
My money won't hold out that long.
Well, it'll be all right.
Well, she just said you're getting more.
You'll have a nice man taking care of you.
Oh, my grandmother, maternal, 94.
Wow. And let me see.
But we're talking future stuff here.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking.
Okay.
That's future.
Evidently, you're looking at like an empty hand.
No, there's a lot going on.
Or isn't
here.
there anything good going on?
This definitely shows that you have psychic ability.
Okay.
This shows that you're very creative, and that would be with your writing.
Okay.
This shows that you're strong, very strong-minded too.
Does that mean stubborn?
A little
Or does
bit.
that mean like
A little bit stubborn.
grumpy?
Oh my God. God bless you.
I think she's seen something she's not telling me.
Well, no, I'm looking. It shows that, your health there was something wrong, but now you look all right. Were you sick for a little while?
I have different stupid things flare up.
Okay, but
Like allergies primarily.
but you'll be all right. It's not that
Okay,
bad. It's not that bad.
I think I've almost died several times. Did you pick that up?
When you were younger, it shows something happened. When you were a little girl, did something happen?
I gotta think.
Do you swim pretty well?
I was taught to swim at an early age.
But you never had a problem in the ocean or anything, or a lake?
I don't think so.
Well, make sure you're not tired if you decide to go swimming far away. Realize you can't do that anymore, okay?
Oh, yeah, I've got to be careful.
Yeah.
As far as
Because it shows
overexertion.
overexertion and having to breathe heavy, stuff like that.
I have trouble with breathing, you see.
Yeah, that's what it is. But you'll be fine. Just
Yeah, be careful.
Just do things little at a time, until you're really ready to do as much as you want, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, wait a second. This shows that you'll be looking very good to an older age. So you'll keep a youthful appearance, which is nice. And you'll always have to live near water.
Yeah, I do have that.
No, if it's too dry, forget it.
Yep.
You'll
I've
feel like-
already gone through the desert thing and no
And if
more.
you feel like you lose your energy rather than gain it.
That's right.
But as time goes on, the older you get, the more psychic you're going to become.
I've been told that.
And especially in your dream state.
Always in my dream state.
You
So
have,
truly.
Well, some people have strong psychic ability in the dream state. You do.
True. That's where I get most of my information. Most of
Do
it.
we have somebody on the phone, Willie?
We do. We have a caller on the phone.
Hey.
We have Buddy from Dedham, Massachusetts on the phone. Welcome to the show, Buddy.
Hi, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, this is our personal
You're
friend.
welcome.
Personal friend, Buddy, and friend to the show.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Good, good.
And I'm Betty.
And that's Betty.
For asked the question, I'll compliment you on your book, Lynn.
Oh, thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm looking forward to another rendition of it. Or
Thank you.
you're writing on now. My question to Betty is, Betty, I am in my 60s, late 60s, and had a few problems, setbacks, nothing to really jeopardize my life. But I've been really, really struggling with this so-called music business I've been in. And getting older and older and older. I wonder will it be time for me to just step aside and hang it up?
I don't think you should just hang it up. I think that you need to help someone younger who's on the same path and help them with their music. And so it'd be like a collaboration. I just think you need someone else with you or someone who's got the energy to just move and groove and you could get a lot done together. That's what I'm getting.
Well, Betty, that's pretty good. We have had the opportunities to bring younger generations into our band and learned an awful lot from them. Certainly they had the energy and the skills. And, that's interesting that you could target that.
Well, because you're very talented, and it's important to always use your talent, no matter how old you are. I mean, I'm 67 years old, and I'm still going, and I'm going to keep going. You know what I mean? Because we both have a God-given talent, and it's important to use that, right? To make other people feel better and guide them and so forth. So I think that this would be a great thing for you to do, even if you're thinking of like semi-retiring or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
You know, sometimes,
I do.
buddy, it's good to get somebody else's ideas, somebody else who's hanging around with other people that can give you new ideas of promotion or new songwriting ideas. You know, just new energy.
Right.
And then collaborate.
Well, yeah. I mean, I keep thinking all these kids that are trying to learn to be psychics, the more power to them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be around forever. I'm going to knock on wood, though. And
Another 30 or 40
I'm going to
years.
try to, I'm going to still try to do readings for a long
Well,
time.
thank you, Betty. I enjoy your.
Okay. Well, God bless. Take care.
And I want to mention that we do know that Buddy has done a lot to help younger musicians.
Oh, good.
And he's also done a lot in the way of fundraising.
Great.
For the school systems.
And I think he's
But
going to
we're getting
continue.
old, Willie. We're getting old.
No, you're going to be fine. You need to go to like a, I don't know, acupuncture or cranial sacral work. You got to get your power back. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe go to like a Native American shaman, like a healer, to give you your power back. Okay. You've been through
thank you.
You've been through some garbage in relationships and different things, and you need to get your power back and know that you're loved by a lot of people. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the call, Buddy.
Thank you for calling, buddy.
Okay, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Sounds like a very nice man.
He is.
Now, again, if you want to get in touch with me, 603-436-2412. Okay.
Now, I did want to ask Buddy another question. Maybe he's still listening, but I thought he was having a problem in his house with energy.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Did you pick up on that maybe he's being
of course.
drained by something around him?
Well, you know, we go through different periods in our life where there's, emotional stuff, people sort of like taking that person's energy, or he's trying to take care of somebody that doesn't really want his help. But then there's all reasons why we lose our energy. We just got to recharge.
Well, I'm thinking more like something that on the other side, something paranormal that may be sucking energy.
I hope not.
Me either.
God bless us.
You want to hand her my palm now? And
Oh yeah, you know what we
hand
could
it
do
over there?
real quickly. We
Okay,
could
good.
switch seats.
we
Okay,
could do that.
just-
Or you can just stay there. I can just come over there.
No,
That's right, yeah.
okay. Whatever you think.
Yeah, we really don't need your contribution anyway, Willie.
All you need is my palm.
Oh, my God.
Here, I'll let you use this.
Okay, let's see.
Uh-oh. Doesn't sound good already.
Oh, I know she didn't come up.
Well, just a second. I'm looking. It takes a second to when you're looking at the
All right,
palm.
okay.
This shows that, you really changed your career, your profession. You did something for a while, and then you totally changed. What were you doing when you were younger?
Well, I don't like to admit it, but I drove a truck for 35 years
Oh, okay.
until it almost killed me, and
Yeah.
now here I am.
Well, because it shows that all of a sudden you just totally did something different, very different than what you were doing. And really, it took a lot out of you, this truck business.
Yeah, it did.
And,
Like I said, it almost killed me.
Yeah, but now you're okay. You're okay. Did you ever have an accident where you really hurt your hip or your legs at all?
Not an accident, but I am having a lot of trouble with my hip right now.
Because it shows pain in the hip area. So you need to figure that out. I'm trying to think if you
There was another question I was going to kind of ask, if you see any surgery in the next.
Well, the truth is,
Because
you need some help. You need right away, like acupuncture, massage therapy, whatever. And you also need to be taking something because it's become arthritic, and you need to take something for the arthritis.
Right.
I take meloxicam prescription for. It's an anti-inflammatory medication that and it's very good. I take one daily, and it really helps.
I'll
Okay?
talk to you about that afterwards.
Oh, yeah, it does work. But it shows that internally, it shows you'll be fine. It's structurally, it shows as you get older that you have to watch out.
The basic body's going to be fine. It's just the pieces are falling apart.
Well, you could always get robotic parts. Before you know it, there's going to be people part robot.
Well, yeah, I already had my back rebuilt. Now it's time for the hip.
Really?
Part bionic man.
A bionic man. Look at that.
I'm not going to be able to go through any metal detectors.
Oh, God, love you. Let me see something. Hold on. See, Don, you've become, over the past 5 years, more psychic, or more sensitive, whatever you want to call it.
Well, anything is more than none that I used to be, yeah.
Well, the thing is, you've seen enough where you've been convinced that there's more out there than we could see.
Yeah, for instance,
That's true.
the seance you went to last night.
Oh, you went to a seance?
Yeah, I was at a seance last night. It was very, very interesting.
Powerful, huh?
Very powerful, yeah.
Wow. Did the lights go on and off or anything?
No, it's what we do is use the table, have the spirits shake the table.
That's what my mom and my aunt used to do when I was a kid.
It was just one spirit after another. The table was shaking, and at one point it moved about 2 feet across the floor. And we were having tapping underneath the table.
But the thing is, you have to be careful who comes in. Remember that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
But
very
nobody ever comes for me, though.
No, don't say comes for me.
yet.
That sounds scary. Comes for me. Someone's going to come and get you now. Forget that.
I didn't mean it that way.
Something can
Now, you were supposed to have a daughter. You don't have a daughter?
I do not.
You were supposed to have one girl child, by the way,
I
to let you know.
I just borrow my brother's.
So you go close
I
to your
use
niece?
I use
You're
my
close
niece,
to your niece?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she probably, to be honest with you, was supposed to be your kid, but it just didn't happen that way. But in a past life, she was with you.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, she was with you. Even though, of course, she loves her father, I'm sure. Let me see something. Now, you used to have a lot of pets, but now you don't have any, or you have one left?
I have one kitty cat.
Your cat loves you very much. You're like
Oh, he
daddy.
better.
You're definitely daddy.
I give him a warm place to eat, to sleep and eat.
And let me see, hold
free
on.
of charge.
Yeah, free of charge to him, yeah.
And your mother passed away?
Yes.
She loved you, and she wishes she could have done more for you.
Oh, she did plenty.
Well, she loved you a
did
lot.
plenty.
She was very dedicated, I think, as a mom, right?
Yes, she was.
And your dad passed too?
Yeah. My father passed when I was 15.
But he was a hard worker, wasn't he, your dad?
He was. He was retired from the Army.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of odd jobs.
He went through a lot of emotional trauma because of being in the service, I think. I mean, after he came back and everything else, he just, he wasn't happy all the time. But he said that he's doing very well in heaven, okay?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And do you have a sister?
No, just one brother.
There's a girl. See, look at all these women. I think that Lynn and you are best buddies and definitely were something in a prior life, whether or not it be brother or sister or boyfriend and girlfriend, because you have a strong soul connection. Don't you think?
You can see that in his hand, but not in mine.
Well, he's got the...
Well, my hand's an open book.
Mine isn't for sure.
Well, maybe he thinks so, and it's more prevalent that I could feel it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's a connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
There is,
saying?
yeah.
Very strong connection.
So what's all these other women you're seeing in here? Because I haven't seen them.
Well, no, I was thinking Lynn. And there you go.
You said a bunch.
Well, there was in the past, but it
see
doesn't
them
show
either.
your love life has been very strong in the past 5-10 years. I don't think so.
No.
It shows that you need some love and attention.
I do.
Well,
Ladies.
this is to get the mound of Venus. It's got a little bit deflated there. That's hysterical. Sorry, it sounds X-rated, but what the heck? You should see this stuff when I read people. God, oh my goodness. But anyway, but when it comes to being strong, you'll be fine until you're an older man. Okay.
Okay.
As far as the romance department, when you do be romantic. Okay.
I'll still be able to. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think so. We won't get into that too much.
Oh, I'm glad it's
Oh, God, love him. But anyway, let's see. Now, are you part Scottish or Irish or
I'm 100% English.
English? Look at that. The Scottish and the Irish shows up. So I have a feeling. Did you have your DNA done?
No, but
It would show that you're a little Scottish or Irish too. Believe me.
I suppose it's possible, but
he's all Viking.
Well, it could be some Viking.
that was before.
There could be some. Well, the Vikings invaded England, right? I mean,
Right, I know.
I'm sure, right?
He was one.
Yeah,
I told you that last time in the past life.
Yeah, you've
That's
said that a couple of
Oh my
times. Yeah.
goodness, that's coming on TV soon. The new the new season of the Vikings.
I don't like that show.
Oh, you don't like it? It's too violent? Yeah. Too violent. Yeah.
I'm not violent.
You were one of those Vikings that were really easygoing, right?
That's right. That's right. And you know what? We're almost out of time.
Okay,
here.
well, I hope you like that.
I did.
Okay, so Willie's exciting and I'm not. Isn't that the bottom line?
Well,
You're going to make me cry.
no, you could be very exciting when you want to be.
Yeah.
But you overanalyze everything.
Yeah, but there was nothing in my hand.
You're traveling, you're having another book, and it's going to be successful.
Okay,
You're
all
going to
right,
stay
that's good.
young looking to an old age.
Okay, that's
nothing.
okay. Yeah, I'll go for that.
Oh, my God.
What more do you want?
And you don't have terrible physical
Yeah,
problems.
Yeah, okay. And then didn't you say somebody's going to be taking care of me? Didn't you say that?
I did, but that's
But
not
what?
until you're in your 90s.
Oh, jeez.
So that's not too bad.
You got a little while to wait.
I've been waiting.
That's hysterical. Huh?
Yeah.
We had a good time. We had a good time.
Oh, I did. I had a good time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, well, more people should have called in, but that'll show up.
I know.
Well, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to say something the week before, and I'm gonna have to send it out more personally to each person on
Yeah.
my
And
Facebook.
not over a holiday and not over a voting day.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Everybody's very tired. You
I
know.
think so.
So elections just got in the way.
And then the weather was gorgeous today.
Yeah, the weather was nice.
I mean, wasn't it?
So
Could put you to
everybody
sleep.
probably worked out in their yard except Willie.
I don't have a yard. Come
I
on.
know.
He doesn't have a yard.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I got a cat though.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully I'll come back on again, and next time there'll be a lot more people.
Oh,
calling in.
absolutely.
No, hopefully about it.
Yeah.
You're coming back,
Yep.
Betty.
You're going to come back.
We have
and
fun. It's
We're
a
going to
little-
have lots of phone calls, but
I won't get the X-rated thing. Don't worry.
okay.
Well, Willie, I couldn't help it. It was in his palm.
Yeah, well, can't you be discreet?
Well, I just
More
said
discerning?
I said the mound of Venus. It's true. That's the
I
mound
know.
of Venus. you
I know. Well, it also shows that you're a hardworking.
Person.
Yeah, when you have a hard hand. Oh, never mind. Never
Might
mind.
as well just quit while you're ahead.
Okie dokie.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
Quickly, because we've gone overtime already. Quickly, give out your website or your phone number.
Okay,
or something.
603-436-2412. I do readings in person, on the telephone, and parties at your home. And the website is www.thezodiaczone.com. And I had a great time. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you for
very
joining
much.
us, Betty.
Thank you very much, Betty.
Okay.
It's fun.
A lot of fun.
And that's Spirit Radio, the Paranormal Experience.
And thanks once again for listening, and everybody have a good evening.
In this one of many possible worlds, all for the best or some bizarre test. It is what it is, and whatever. Time is still the infinite jest. The arrow flies when you dream. The hours tick away, the cells take away. The watchmaker keeps to his schemes. The hours tick away.